It's 11 p.m. and these are the headlines. Under the theme, The Republic of the Reef and the Right to Regain Independence, the first session of the Reef Day was held today in Algiers. For the first time outside Europe, the first session of the Reef Day was organized by the Reef National Party and the presence of political personalities from South Africa, Mozambique, Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. A segment of the French political intellectual class continues its theatrical acting over Boualem Sansar's arrest in Algiers. Critics accuse these figures of ignoring France's internal crises and using this issue to divert public attention from unprecedented social and economic challenges. And in a remarkable celebration of Algerian history and culture, Italy was covered with the colors of Algeria's national emblem for one evening, highlighting the strong ties and friendly relations between the two nations. Welcome back. Today, Algiers hosted the first Reef Day session held under the theme The Republic of the Reef and the Right to Regain Independence, organized by the Reef National Party. The session was attended by political figures from South Africa, Mozambique and the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, along with representatives from Algerian political parties. Najah Tayyar reports.
For the umpteenth time, representatives from South Africa, Mozambique, Western Sahara and Algeria have reiterated their steadfast support for the Reef people who have faced oppression by the Mersin for decades. I'm happy to be in Algiers, which is a symbol of resistance, where Nelson Mandela received his training. We urge Morocco to organize a referendum for people of the Reef, and we hope that the African Union will support this initiative. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak at this event here in Algeria. We are here today to express our solidarity with the refugees and their struggle to re-establish independence and self-determination as a nation. Our mission is to promote the unity of all Africans, both within and outside Africa. The demands are straightforward. The Reef people assert their rightful claim to self-determination and the release of their political prisoners. Today we are here to demand the independence of the Reef. We've been demanding this since 1958, when the fake Moroccan state, the Mersin, attacked the Reefans by air and land. There was 250,000 French soldiers from France to give help to the so-called King of Morocco of that time. Once an independent republic led by Mohammed bin Abdel Karim al-Khattabi from 1921 to 1926, the Reef now seeks to reclaim the autonomy that was taken from it by history. We have never been part of this entity of Morocco. We seek to restore the Republic of the Reef that our ancestors established in 1921. Our land was taken from us, our freedom was taken from us, our rights were taken from us too. Now is the time to restore glory to the Reef and expel the Moroccan occupation that has sown corruption in the country.
وطرد الاحتلال المغربي كانت عملية ممنهجة لتدمير هذا الشعب وإخراجهم.
Expulsion by the Moroccan occupation was a systematic method of destroying these people and forcing them to leave the land through forced occupation. Even today, hundreds of Reefans flee their land in search of a better life. We consider that the Moroccan occupation has closed all the exits, making dictatorship absolute in this region. This struggle transcends Morocco's borders. Today, it garners support from African nations and represents the broader, universal fight for the justice and dignity. The Reef is fighting for the self-determination with a clear message: freedom is a fundamental, inalienable right.
And the recent theatrical outcry from a segment of the French political and intellectual class regarding the arrest of Boualem Sansar further illustrates the existence of a hateful movement against Algeria. This lobby continues to seize opportunities to question Algeria's sovereignty while ignoring the significant socio-political issues affecting their own country. Najah Tayyar once again.
The professional outrage machine has been set in motion following the detention of Boualem Sansal, the so-called intellectual idolized by the French far-right. Figures such as Éric Zemmour, Mohamed Saifaoui, Marine Le Pen, Xavier Deriencourt, Valérie Pécresse, Jack Lang, Nicolas Dupont-Aignan and Tahir Ben Jelloul, his Moroccan ally who is recovering from sciatica after his obsequious displays towards King Mohammed VI, have collectively rallied behind him. When you've got a man firing red bullets at Algeria, and it's worth pointing out the fact that he's an ally with a far-right media outlet, a man whose body is with all far-right members who are dangerous and harmful people, well, when this man compromises with this kind of character and the French state considers that there is a point of freedom of expression, simply the expression freedom is framed. There is a legal framework for insulting state security or state theory, in this case racism terms. All of this falls within the scope of French law. Of course, this man is therefore presented as an intellectual, but above all, this man is an agitator of ideas and propagandas for the benefit of the far right. This wave of solidarity emerges from the anti-Algerian and notably pro-Zionist Parisian elite. This has been a challenging week for this hate-fueled lobby. One of their cherished voices, Kamel Daoud, was exposed while cynically exploiting the suffering of an Algerian terrorism victim. Furthermore, their ally Zionist leader Netanyahu has been served with an international arrest warrant by the International Criminal Court. Writer Wassini Larij has also accused Sansal of plagiarism, both the title and storytelling of his novel 2084, The End of the World. Despite this, the French literary establishment has enthusiastically embraced its chosen Algerian figures, fostering a culture of plagiarism and creative theft. Éric Zemmour, a naturalized Frenchman by decree, has demanded the immediate release of his friend Sansal, demonstrating the depth of this alliance. While Paris protests against Sansal's arrest at Algiers airport, it remains silent on its own sovereignty in matters of justice. The Macronito-Zionist France, which frequently speaks of law and human rights, has yet to clarify if it would enforce international law by apprehending Netanyahu should he arrive at Charles de Gaulle Airport if France wishes to align its rhetoric with action. Respecting international law in Netanyahu's case would be a significant first step. France under Macron is steeped in contradiction while he acknowledges crimes against humanity committed during the French colonization of Algeria and recognizes state-sanctioned assassinations like those of Ali Boumendjel, Maurice Audin, Al-Arbi bin Mhidi, gestures of atonement that included sending an ambassador with wrath to one of these martyrs' graves. He simultaneously supports a negotiationist like Boualem Sansal. Sansal openly denies Algeria's existence, independence, history, sovereignty and borders, yet Macron defends him with no apparent hesitation. Rather than glorifying Sansal, shouldn't France, so eager to legislate on memorial laws, particularly against anti-Zionist revisionism, condemn him for denying the existence of the Algerian nation? This hypocrisy could be a fascinating case study for Benjamin Stora to explore and mediate. The gap between France's principles and its practices widens with every such contradiction. Paris, however, blames Algiers whenever anti-Algerian rhetoric flares up, accusing Algeria of undermining freedom of expression while remaining blind to its own contradictions. For instance, France continues to detain Pavel Durov, founder of Telegram, while Algeria operates with consistency and principle. This grotesque charade, with Sansal playing the role of compliant puppet, only underscores the duplicity of France's stance.
And Fawzi Laqja, president of the Football Federation in the Makhzen, along with several associates, is facing legal action over involvement in drug trafficking as he engaged in activities that undermine the integrity of sports. These actions have raised concerns regarding their influence on African football governance. Walina Bahri.
Morocco under King Mohammed VI faces widespread corruption, with key and illicit funds infiltrating even sports. The scandals involve senior officials, particularly Fawzi Laqja, president of the Royal Football Federation and a key figure in the Makhzen budget. A drug-addicted Malian baron exposed this corruption after being arrested for smuggling Kiev, confessing to deliver $3.5 million to Wydad Casablanca's president Said Nasiri, along with other funds. Lakhdar is also accused of giving $20 million to CAF, raising international scrutiny as these sums were unaccounted for the federation's budget. The funds allegedly used to enrich Mohammed VI and bribe CAF officials highlight the exploitation of resources while Moroccans struggle in poverty. Journalist Dunia Filali exposed more corruption, claiming the king used the Al-Hruz earthquake to secure funds from global organizations for reconstruction, including a $100 million loan from Germany, which was diverted to royal businesses. Promised aid never reached the affected families. Specialized institutions have pointed out that the money remains hidden, further implicating Lakhdar Nasiri. This corruption intertwines sports, politics, and drug money, with mounting evidence exposing the collusion. Now public confessions from the arrested financial baron bring these scandals into the open, sparking calls for accountability.
And with the colors of Algeria's emblem, Italy celebrated Algerian history and culture and the presence of a large gathering of guests, including historians. This evening also highlighted the friendly relations between Algeria and Italy. Afif Belouchet and Rani al-Bahri.
El Piazza del Plebiscito in Naples, a historic site of royal and unification events, hosted a special gathering. Distinguished guests from Sicily celebrated Algeria's War of Independence, linking Naples' vibrant spirit with Algeria's bright colors and a powerful cultural exchange. It's very important. This is the reference of martyrs and people who allowed both the Algerian Italian citizens to conquer the freedom that we all enjoy today. The common points with your country are very numerous.
Uno dei paesi più importanti di tutta la fascia del Nord Africa.
It's a great friendly country that share with Italy the same problems and the same opportunities offered by the Mediterranean Sea. With Algeria, there is a tradition of solid friendship and important exchange that we hope to be able to strengthen over the years.
È un grande paese.
The ceremony organized here in Italy demonstrates once again the relations of cooperation between the Italian state and the Algerian state, as well as the links that now unite these two countries, particularly with regard to the historical aspects of Italy and Algeria. Political figures, but also magistrates, intellectuals and members of the civil society, Italian and Algerian Italian, also celebrated the solidarity between the two countries. The Algerians and Italians have always maintained a strong friendship. Just remember Enrico Mattei, an Italian who was a friend of Algeria and who fought for its independence and freedom. Algerian-Italian freedom and fraternity, as well as a beautiful cooperation in respect of each person's identity. This is also the message addressed by the Consul General in Naples to his guests on this National Day.
And the Commission for the Organization and Oversight of Stock Exchange Operations has introduced a new electronic portal and single window for the national financial market. The announcement was made during the second annual conference on the Algerian financial market, held at the Abdelatif Rahane International Conference Center under the patronage of Finance Minister Al-Aziz Faid. The portal is part of the government's strategy to promote digital transformation and aims to improve the financial market environment. It will offer investors centralized access to data and information on market activities. Future partnerships with the Stock Exchange Management Company are expected to enhance the platform's capabilities, and the event also saw the official integration of the single window for the financial market, a move designed to unify key stakeholders and streamline operations across the sector. And in compliance with the decision of the President of the Republic to allocate an additional 2,000 Hajj permits to citizens aged 70 and above who have applied for the Hajj draw more than 10 times without being selected, the second Hajj draw took place today. The event was held in the presence of those eligible under the specified conditions, and this special draw is limited to citizens meeting the age requirement and the minimum number of previous applications. The General Directorate of Communication at the Presidency of the Republic has extended its heartfelt condolences following the passing of retired journalist and former editor-in-chief of the public daily Al Jamhuriya, Mohammed Ismail. In a statement, the Directorate expressed its deepest sympathy to the family and the late, the entire media community, praying Allah Almighty to grant him mercy and welcome him into his best paradise. To Allah we belong, and to him we shall return. The nation mourns the passing of Masous Saada, a veteran of the National Liberation Army, who passed away today at the age of 86. He was laid to rest this afternoon in his hometown of Itisad in Azazga in the province of Tizi Ouzou. The funeral was attended by his family, members of the revolutionary family, representatives of both military and civilian authorities, and a large gathering of citizens. The late has a distinguished post-independence career, holding several high-ranking positions, and the Minister of Mujahideen, Aidr Biga, had extended in a letter to the family of the late Mujahid his most sincere and heartfelt condolences. To Allah we belong, and to him we shall return. And that was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.